Luffy exemplifies how a person can make the most mundane power into the most exciting. While most of the characters try to improve their strength, a handful of them do not even bother to learn about their powers. This is particularly infuriating when they are bestowed with some of the most overpowered abilities in One Piece. Buggy is the captain of the Buggy pirates and one of the 4 emperors of the sea. A person who has not met Buggy can easily be fooled by his titles, but those who have know that he is one of the weakest characters in the series. Buggy's role is to provide comic relief, but that doesn't excuse him from ruining a perfectly nice devil fruit. Buggy possesses the Bara Bara no Mi, a paramecia-type devil fruit that allows him to split his body into different parts. This ability makes him invincible against swordsmen, and since there are a massive number of them, Buggy's ability is very valuable. Foxy was the main antagonist of the Long Ring Long Island arc. Foxy was an average character who failed to stand out. He was funny, but there was nothing special about him, so he was quickly forgotten about once the arc ended. The best thing about Foxy was his Noro Noro no Mi. It is a paramecia-type devil fruit that allows its user to emit Noroma photons. After making contact with the target, the Noroma photons slow them down for 30 seconds. This provided Foxy with a huge window of opportunity to potentially land several critical hits. Sadly, due to his shortcomings, Foxy caused this devil fruit to go to waste. Stronger was the horse of Doc Q. The two of them had been companions for a long time. Ironically, Stronger was an extremely weak horse, and he could barely carry a single person on his back. When Blackbeard tried to climb on top of Stronger, Doc Q was worried that his horse might actually collapse. Stronger did die, although it was due to coming within the range of Blackbeard's attacks. Stronger's time was very limited, so he couldn't properly demonstrate the power of his Uma Uma no Mi model, Pegasus. After his death, there is a chance that another character might make better use of the devil fruit. Orochi was one of the most dastardly characters in the series. He was focused on restoring the Kurozumi clan back in power, but he couldn't do so until Odin was still in the country. After the magisterial samurai left, Orochi got a free run, and he made the best of it. Orochi possessed the Hibi Hibi no Mi model, Yamata no Orochi. This mythical, zone-type devil fruit gives him the ability to turn himself into a snake with 8 heads. In order to kill its user, the opponent needs to behead them 8 times. Considering Orochi had several lives, he could have achieved a lot more. Doc Q is the captain of the 9th ship of the Blackbeard pirates, which implies that he is one of the weakest members of the crew. If his status wasn't enough to solidify his lack of strength, then a glimpse at his appearance can easily solve the problem. Doc Q is a sickly man, who can only move from one place to another with the help of his horse. Doc Q ate the Shiku Shiku no Mi, a paramecia-type devil fruit that allows him to create any kind of sickness. So far, Doc Q has not demonstrated an elite level of control over his devil fruit, which earns him a spot on the list. Caesar was introduced during the Punk Hazard arc. He was the first main villain the Straw Hats faced after they entered the New World. Caesar used to be a part of Mads, but he was eventually kicked out due to his illicit experiments. Caesar possesses the Gasu Gasu no Mi, which belongs to the Logia class. The devil fruit allows Caesar to control gases, and it also turns his body into a gaseous state. The devil fruit is overpowered, as it gives Caesar the power to control other gases around him. He was able to cut off the supply of oxygen in an area, but he only used it once. If the devil fruit had been given to a better fighter, they would have handled it in a much more superior way. Enel might be the last name fans would expect to be on the list, but there is a perfectly good reason for his inclusion. Enel was considered to be a god by the Skypians because of his omniscience. Later on, it was revealed that Enel used the power of his Guro Guro no Mi and combined it with observation haki to achieve this feat. Enel managed to defeat most of the characters during the arc, which seemed very impressive at the time. However, once the concept of haki was introduced, fans started seeing older villains in a new light. If Enel were to return and join the story, he would be obliterated in the New World. He doesn't have any knowledge of armament haki, so he would definitely be among the weaker characters. One Piece, 10 devil fruits the world government would love to destroy. The Gura Gura no Mi has the power to destroy the world. Whitebeard was one of the strongest characters in One Piece because he was proficient in all forms of haki, but he also had the power of the strongest paramecia. The Gura Gura no Mi allowed him to create tremors through land, sea, and air. If this ability is used in tandem with a punch, it can shatter all the bones within the target's body. The user can use this power to destroy entire islands with ease, and if they want to, they can destroy the Red Line, Mary Joie, and the world as a whole. The Guro Guro no Mi can destroy islands. Enel is an extremely dangerous individual who ate the Guro Guro no Mi, a powerful Logia which gives him the ability to create and transform into lightning. He can channel lightning through his body, move as fast as lightning, and his body is intangible. This is why this devil fruit is considered to be invincible. His lightning can pierce through a person's body and deal a considerable amount of internal damage. His maximum power output is 200 million volts, which is enough to destroy an entire island with ease. The Yami Yami no Mi is literally a black hole. Blackbeard is a former Shichibukai and one of the 4 emperors, and he possesses a terrifying Logia power. The Yami Yami no Mi allows him to create and control darkness, and it gives him the ability to nullify other devil fruits by touching the user. Unlike other Logia fruits, it does not make him intangible, and that is because his body acts like a center of gravity. Blackbeard becomes a literal black hole, as he is able to pull things into his body, which has infinite storage. Nothing can escape this pull, not even light. The Nomi Nomi no Mi can hold too much knowledge. The Straw Hat Pirates are now on Egghead Island, and they have met Dr. Vegapunk. He is the world's leading scientist, and he has been working with the world government for years. He is the one who created the pacifistas and seraphim robots. He ate the Nomi Nomi no Mi, which gives his brain the ability to store an infinite amount of information and knowledge. The world government wants to suppress as much information and history as possible, which means that Vegapunk's power is a real threat. The Suki Suki no Mi is perfect for assassinations. Shiryu is one of the 10 Titanic captains of the Blackbeard pirates, and he is a bloodthirsty psychopath who happens to be a master swordsman. He is the current wielder of the Suki Suki no Mi, a paramecia which allows him to become completely invisible. He can turn anything he is holding invisible as well, including his sword. This devil fruit is great for infiltrating secure areas like Mary Joie's, especially when it is in the hands of a stealth expert like Shiryu. It would also be great for assassinating world nobles without being seen. The Mera Mera no Mi is associated with piracy and rebellion. The Mera Mera no Mi is a Logia that allows the user to create and transform into fire. When it was first introduced, its power belonged to Portgas D. Ace, Luffy's adopted older brother, but he was also the son of Gold D. Roger, the former pirate king. The fruit now belongs to Sabo, Luffy's other brother, who happens to be the second highest ranking member of the Revolutionary Army. This devil fruit has become a symbol of both piracy and rebellion, so it stands to reason that the world government would want to snuff it out. The Gyro Gyro no Mi allows the user to read minds. When Viola was introduced, she was part of the Don Quixote pirates, but she was actually the princess of Dressrosa. Doflamingo made her join his crew because he wanted the power of her devil fruit, the Gyro Gyro no Mi. This paramecia gives Viola the ability to see through solid objects, and it is powerful enough to see into a person's mind. She can view their memories, which means that she could potentially look into the minds of the 5 elders and learn about the Void Century, which is something the world government cannot allow. The Gasu Gasu no Mi is basically a living chemical weapon. Caesar Clown is by no means a fighter, but he possesses a powerful and extremely deadly devil fruit. The Gasu Gasu no Mi is a Logia that allows him to create and transform into chemical gases. These gases happen to be highly combustible and poisonous. This makes Caesar a living chemical weapon who can also shoot beams of destructive gas that can incinerate metal. If that were not enough, he can absorb all the oxygen around him, making others unable to breathe. If Caesar wanted, he could theoretically wipe out all of the world nobles himself. The Zushi Zushi no Mi can call down meteor strikes. As a marine admiral, Fujitora is one of the world government's strongest weapons, and it would be best to never make an enemy out of him. He ate the Zushi Zushi no Mi, which gives him the power to create and manipulate gravitational forces. In most cases, he uses gravity to force his enemies to the ground, making them unable to move. What makes this power truly scary, however, is the fact that it can be used to call meteors down from space. If this power belonged to an enemy of the world government, they could use it to destroy Mary Joie's with a meteor bombardment. The Hito Hito no Mi model, Nika, represents true freedom. For the majority of the series, fans believed that Luffy's devil fruit was a paramecia that turned his body into rubber. His devil fruit is actually called the Hito Hito no Mi model, Nika, and it is a mythical zone that allows Luffy to turn into a legendary sun god. The world government has been after this devil fruit for centuries, but it has always eluded them. In its awakened form, it grants Luffy complete freedom in battle, making it a symbol of freedom. The world government wants to maintain its power over the world, which is why they view the idea of true freedom as a threat. That's a wrap for this video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We'll be back with more amazing videos very soon.